Hi there, it's Thursday afternoon, a little bit later than planned, but what I've decided to do is we're going to go to Flemington for Saturday because the weather is definitely going to be good for racing at Flemington. It's good for today, even after they had rain overnight. And what little rain they're going to get won't affect the track all that much, I don't think. So looking at the races we've got there, first thing I'm going to do is go to Flemington Race 1. It's a benchmark 78, not interested in that. Let's go for the listed race with, you've got a few horses here, a lot of new starters. Let's just flip past that. We're looking to try and see what we can find, which will be worth having a go at now. It's interesting here, the Flemington Race 3 at Flemington is a Group 3, fillies and mares. They're not the easiest races to get. I have got Mirabel Rose there. 2 starts ago, run a 64.4, and it was a winner at Flemington over the 1400 metres. Why can't it do it again? 31 days, a bit of a break, 4.8 lengths, and possibly we can go and have another look at. But so what I'll do, I might just flick over to VicBet and let's look at Saturday's racing. Let's look at Flemington. We're looking at race 3, I think. And what are we looking at here? Number 4, Mirabel Rose. Okay, let's have a look. Number 4, Mirabel Rose. We can see she's $4.80 at present. So that's a pretty reasonable price since we've got it rated odds on. Fancy Fi is the $3 favourite. We can have a look at her and see why it's favourite. Now she's a 44.3 there, and we've got a 20-point penalty on board. Now, that's a mare, it's second up after a spell, but we look at this last November, second up after a spell, it also ran a 64.3 over the 1400 of Flemington, and it was a Group 3, which is the same as this Saturday. So really, what we can do, we can take that penalty off. So we take the penalty off there, and that brings it down to a 0. And now what do we have? We have Fancy Fi and Mirabel Rose, both running as virtually dead heating with one another and the times they can run. So it might be worthwhile now having a look at the speed rating. And we can see here that Fancy Fi is on top, expected to lead. Flying Fizz there, and we're looking down here, and where's our other runner? It's not quite close enough, is it? So let's go and have a look and see what we can see. And it ranks down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th. So if we look at this, we can see that it came on that day. It was 4th of the turn, then 3rd, and got up like that. And Fancy Fi, it's a leader. So it's going to be very, very difficult to see which one to do, but however, having due respect for the prices they are at $3.10 and $4.80, if we were to take them both at best of the best, which would include Top Fluck, you would probably find there's a margin there for us to make a win out of it. So if I was betting in that race to take out $100, I'd put $33 on this one, and I'd put $21 on that one, so that would be $54 out. For $100 back, so near enough to even money. And we've got 2 of the best horses in the field racing one another. We get best of the best, so we get the flux and all the rest of it. We probably pick up another $10 or $20 on that. But as I said, fillies and mares races, not always the best conveyance. Looking at the next race, an ordinary benchmark 84, and then a benchmark 90. Let's ignore that. And in race 6, it's a listed race. We'll just see where the win form rating was for that. We have Charlton Lane, which has run 2nd and 3rd recently, just ahead of Aztec Ruler. And what's the reason Poison Chalice has a 20-point penalty? Well, let's have a look at that. And the reason is that 24th of January, it was first up after 41 days. Didn't do all that well. Previously in December was backing up after 7 days. So now we're looking at about a 20-odd day difference between races, and I think given the situation, I don't think we'll take that 20 point off. So once again, in Flemington race 6, we got 2 runners here, 4 and the 5. There's no reason why we wouldn't back either of them. So the 4 and the 5, 270 favourite, Aztec rule is $7. And it's a 1400 metre race, so this is a C plan. So I'd be backing Charlton Lane with $36 on that and $17 on that, taking advantage of best on both, and hoping for a good difference. Now, let's see if we can find an even better race for the day. This is the quaddie. Race 7 is Group 3. In this race, we've got quite a few runners here, all in the mix, and that's Railway Man, Separate Real Insignia and Wonder Boy. So with four good runners involved. But Railway Man, one last start at Warwick Farm, ran a 56.3, but that's just a maiden. But now, if we have a look at race 7, where's Railway Man here? Probably down the bottom somewhere. There he is. Around a $21 chance. So even though it only just won its maiden, and that's always harder to repeat, nevertheless, it's worth having a look. In race 8, we've got Switzerland here. No doubt that'll be a really good one. This is the Black Caviar Lightning. I don't even query the form here because it all seems about right. Now, if we have a look at Flemington race 8 and go back to our prices here, and we're looking here at, where the hell is it? Switzerland has already been backed in from 3s to $2.40, and that's in a race where we've got it rated $5. If we look at the Philosopher, there's the Philosopher, 41 into 34. Just let's have a look at the Philosopher again. It's a 5-year-old. It ran a 70.6 last start. Absolutely outstanding. I've got a feeling I might have backed that last start. That was on the 25th of January, won by just under 2.5 lengths, and was running at about $10. Now, it's had 6 wins from 20 starts. That would seem to be a pretty worthwhile investment to me. So it seems to have come back into form, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be its 8th run after a spell, and it's only going over 1,000 metres again. The sprinters can always pick up. So at this track, it's only had the 1 start, and there it was only beaten 1.7 lengths. So it is a Group 1, and that's probably the thing. Is it up to the class? Well, that's the thing we're going to watch and see. They're both good. I Am Me is great as well. So a growing number of chances. So if we're taking the quaddie, we'd want to put virtually the first 5 in there, 11, 5, 6, 10 and 1, just to make sure you cover it. So to me, that's a pretty open race, and I don't like suggesting that we take Switzerland at $2.45 in a race where there are a number of other chances. Race 9 at Flemington. Let's just flick back here. This is better because this is an open betting race with the favourite at $4.20. Let's have a look what comes up here. We've got Qatar's Choice comes up, $2.70. Husk, $4.30. Kitty Flush, $5.40. So we've got 3 good chances there. And now a good sort. Let's see. It's going to be first up. Now, has it won first up? No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Only 1 win out of 7 starts. So straight away I can say, look, we can give that one a miss, and we can have a look at Qatar's Choice. It won 2 starts ago at Canterbury, last start at Randwick. They ran a smart time there, did get beaten 5 lengths, but nevertheless is in the hunt and wouldn't be going down to Melbourne if it wasn't going to be a chance. In this next race, next runner is Husk. It got beaten 1.4 lengths at Randwick last start, and the class value is -3. The class value here is -5. So it's right in it. And Kitty Flash, a couple of runs, a couple of starts since a spell. It's coming over from New Zealand for this. Once again, you wouldn't come over if you didn't think it had a chance. And you can see here it ran over 1,400 metres and was a win at Te Rapa. And also it led all the way at Taupo. I'm not all that keen on coming from barrier 11. So that's the reason it's probably down a bit. But nevertheless, so we've got 3 good runners there, 6, 7 and 9, not necessarily in that order. So let's see. 6 is from $41 into $18. 41 into $18. That's a very respectable move. Huskers 18s into 16s, and Qatar's Choice is easing from 11s out to $13. So there's a race where you can back 3 runners. So the 9, the 7 and the 6, you can back those 3 on a Dutch bet and you know you're going to make money. All right, and race 10, let's have a look at this one. It's another 1400 race, but it's a benchmark 84. There are a few chances here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 6 horses there that I would look at quite easily. And if we look at that last race, race 9, it's a fairly open race once again, except for Sunshine in My Pocket. Now, is Sunshine one of our chances here? Yes, it's right down there. But you can see the reason why. 4 wins from 5. And I won first up at Sandown on the 25th of January. And I can tell you that horses that win first up in the metropolitan area, they always turn out to be very good chances to win second up and so on. So this one first up, 1 second up, 1 third up, went to the listed race company and failed on that, went for a nice spell for nearly a year, resumed and got up at Sandown the other day, and that's a chance. So that's all I'm going to tell you today. I do wish you good luck, and I hope this gives you an insight into the things I look at and what you can look at. So if you've got the GTX program and you can see all those things, and you look at the VicBet and you can see all the likely prices, it's easy to just flip from one to the other like that on the computer, flip from there, flick to the other screen, and bingo, there you've got it in one. You can make your decision, write it down on a bit of paper or whatever, and then you can be all ready to have a look when the scratchings come on Saturday morning. We do expect a good forward track, a little bit of rain about, but nothing like the amount of water that they've been pouring into the Flemington track already. Okay, that's it. Thanks for calling, and I hope you enjoyed it.